Hello, welcome to the Reframing Mindset podcast. We are clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity, practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day. Okay, welcome back to Reframe Mindset Podcast. My name is Carlson Brooks, and in this episode, we'll talk about updating your resume or updating my resume because doing this job or stuff and then going to this department where I'm doing something in my field. It make me kind of I'm getting paid, you know, and finding someone that who know do competent make competent resume and such like that. All of that came together to make me kind of excited now to update my resume, to have that on the field, to know that, this updated resume can basically be more, can basically bring me further and such, because this update would kind of show my growth, and I can explain that growth now. That's the difference, that I can explain that growth now. And what also, and this was the other part where I say being this job, you would have listened to the episode. I would talk about how your job can translate in other places. This is one of the other thing as well. You do your best work and stuff in this company, in a company and such like that. When you update your resume with that, it could not be in, it may not be actually one of the best company, but you just building that good reputation and then just bringing it some push the curtain forward. You basically, what happened is that back to the reference episode, you find a couple good competent references, credible references, and then boom, when you put that, and then you with your expertise, when you bring that and then put it on your resume, and then you learn how to communicate your abilities in an interview or such like that, then the things that are being put on the resume becomes more powerful. The words, and one of the episodes where I talk about words can be powerful or something like that. The words that are on this resume become more valuable and powerful because you can actually, you have people that can attest to it, and then you can attest to it yourself. So that's the with that other combination of going through this experience made me kind of excited to actually update my resume and see it and be like, oh my god, bro, I actually did that and it's on paper and it's like something, and it's like, yo, that is something I look forward to. And that's something you look forward to as well when you do get your first job and you do some confident stuff. Then you there for a while and you can basically update your resume. And one of the things that I realized that I did not know, I did not remember, was now when I went to these jobs in the first part, I never really thought about references. So when I left the job, I never really think about the people that I was left there and stuff like that, because I was left there. I was progressing through life. That's what I was doing. But now in this phase, you know that you need people. Network is your network. You need people. And so what I would, something else that you would basically impart to you, that you basically start way ahead of before me, is that when you actually do this job, you do your best, and then you actually try to get some contact information or something like that. Build rapport with at least one person in the company, or it could not be higher priority. Just build some rapport with at least one person that basically can be a reference or a testament to you at that place. And then boom, then you're with you attestment, and then they able to attest to that as well, can basically just bring you further faster than I was able to actually do it. And as those are stuff I did not know. I never thought was important at the time, but now I understand the value of it. Putting the hard work and having someone have it on a paper, and then you having people can attest to that. And that's something. Just like how you have the degree, and then boom, the degree what makes it more valuable is when you actually can attest to show what it can do. Then that paper becomes more powerful. Be like, oh my God, this is what you unlock with that. You know. So that's something you have to look into and make me excited about updating my resume and make you excited as well. When you go in your job, you put in a year or so work there, and then boom, you put that on your resume. Then you can be like, okay, I could stay for one more year. They offer you a supervisor and stay one more year, and then boom, you get an offer, and then you can basically demand more price because of the what you bring to the table. That's what it can. I can demand more price now for my work, and it will be competent price, and that's something. Putting in the work in our work and having credible references can basically do. You can basically make your price higher in the working world. So that's basically it for this episode. Very exciting episode. Thank you for listening. I look forward for the next episode. Mhm.
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/cssb/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page, Reframing Mindset Podcast, or on Twitter at ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.
I guess it's a simple change. It's going to be a change. Usually, you'd ever hear me talk about end of month update, but with what I'm working now, what happens is that depending on certain days when the month ends, I may not be able to record, because I want to record in a day and such, and maybe there's sometime the month ends on a weekday. So guess what I have now is end of the August update. No, the end of August and start of September update. This is what I have. This is what I have now, because why not? Why not continue it? Because I like it. I like it. I not like it, but